behalf of the entire J.P. Stevens community, I'm pleased to take a few minutes to congratulate our Teacher of the Year, Joe Cashin. I've known for about a week now that I was going to speak about Joe, so I went around asking his colleagues and students about the man. What's he really like? The words I heard over and over again were thoughtful, kind, selfless, forward-thinking. He's a man of character, exceptional character, and by the way, he's an exceptional educator. He's a leader in our English department and our school. Joe volunteers his time to help students, oftentimes during his prep period. No matter where, when, or with whom, Joe is always there to help. He coaches soccer and baseball as well, and always instills in his players and his students the confidence to do the best they can. He's a man of integrity, and I can't speak enough about Joe. It's been a super choice this year. Congratulations, Joe Cashin.
I think my favorite memories in teaching really surround all the outside of the classroom things, so helping students apply for college, apply for jobs, if there's any sort of issue with any health insurance, or any way I could just kind of help be their advocate for them, in the hopes that they then pass that on and they continue to grow and have success beyond the classroom.
Congratulations to Shahida Eatman, the ESP of the Year and the Middlesex County School Counselor of the Year. She's our AP coordinator, handling a ton of AP exams. She's a kind and generous school counselor who works with all of her students to make sure that they're successful through high school. She runs the Black Student Union as well, and she just brings a positive, happy energy to everything she does at J.P. Stevens. We're so proud to have her here, and we're proud that she won these awards.
What's great about Edison High, this year's Teacher of the Year, Dr. Jonathan Clark. As our Latin teacher, he takes our students from being the Lost Legions of Rome to being the Junior Classical League. You'll find every single day he's in the class, getting the students moving, getting them motivated, but he does so much more than that. Whether it's his work with having everybody find their enrollment, or it's all of the work beautifying our already beautiful school with the Courtyard Club. There's nobody that cares more or bleeds more red and gold than Dr. Jonathan Clark. Thank you very much for all you do for our students.
Those moments when the interaction is such that there's humor that maybe I had not anticipated it necessarily being there, but that moment of we're being serious but we can also laugh about it, I think are great moments. And I'm part of the reason why I stay in the job, and I tell the students is that they surprise me pleasantly, and it's those sort of moments of laughter, but seriousness too, that keep me going.
We are so proud to announce Miss Arno as the Paraprofessional of the Year for Edison High School. Anytime you walk into a classroom where Miss Arno is, you immediately feel the warmth that surrounds her. Students are smiling, and so are the teachers. Every teacher that I talk to about Miss Arno has said the same thing. She goes above and beyond for her students, and you feel that when you walk in and see how drawn the students are to her. Miss Arno, you are what's great about Edison High.
Good evening. It is my honor to recognize Ms. Cameron as our Teacher of the Year. As a dedicated 7th grade science teacher, Ms. Cameron serves as an inspiration to her students, colleagues, and our entire school community. One of her most remarkable skills is her ability to design interactive and dynamic lessons that captivate her students' imaginations. Her commitment to education extends beyond the classroom, positively impacting our school community. This year, she was also awarded Advisor of the Year by the FBLA State Organization for her outstanding work as a co-advisor. Additionally, she is one of the driving forces behind our WWMS Sunshine Club, celebrating the milestones and joyous moments of our staff. She is a champion for all students in and out of the classroom. Congratulations, Ms. Cameron, on this well-deserved recognition.
I would say one of my favorite memories is taking some of my students. I run FBLA, so we took some students to Chicago and Atlanta. It was really nice to be able to create those opportunities and experiences for them they might not have otherwise.
Good evening. Today I have the honor of celebrating someone truly remarkable in our school community. Rula Fanek, our dedicated school nurse, embodies kindness, compassion, and an unwavering dedication to the well-being of our students, families, and staff. Whether providing comfort to a student in need or offering support to a worried parent, Rula consistently puts others first. Her commitment to our school community is inspiring, and I'm thrilled to announce that she has been selected for the ESP of the Year Award. Let's join together in recognizing Rula for her invaluable contributions to our school. Congratulations, Rula.
It is my honor to recognize Mrs. Maria Weber as Thomas Jefferson Middle School's Teacher of the Year. Over her remarkable 34-year career as a special education teacher, Mrs. Weber has been a beacon of inspiration in the classroom, but also a guiding light for compassion and inclusivity. Each day she goes above and beyond to ensure that every student feels empowered to achieve their academic and personal goals. Mrs. Weber serves as an advisor for the school store, where students gain valuable skills in sales and marketing, inventory management, and teamwork under her guidance. Through her unwavering dedication and tireless advocacy, Mrs. Weber has transformed the lives of countless students. Her passion, empathy, and commitment to excellence inspire us all. Congratulations, Mrs. Weber, on this well-deserved recognition.
What resonates in me the most and makes me want to do this job is when I hear a student say to me, "Thank you for teaching me how to read. Thank you for helping me learn how to read," especially at this age. And I know that I can send them off to high school feeling comfortable that they can read at some level.
Earlier this year, Thomas Jefferson Middle School was delighted to select and announce Ms. Rita Desai as our Educational Service Professional for the 2023-2024 school year. Mrs. Desai is a paraprofessional in our LLD program, where she works with the students in a professional and caring manner each and every day. She goes above and beyond to help the students and other staff members, ensuring that the learners have the best possible opportunity to succeed. Congratulations on being selected for this well-deserved honor.
Congratulations to Mr. Adam Sack, the John Adams Middle School Teacher of the Year. His exceptional work as social studies and ACES teacher, mentor, learning leader, team leader, parent university presenter, and AI Power team member truly exemplify what it means to be Jamazing. I'm incredibly proud of his achievements and for inspiring and shaping young minds. Thank you so much for all you do. Mr. Sack, you truly are Jamazing.
When I was 16, I started coaching and teaching swimming lessons, and that was really where I, enjoyed the experience being a teacher myself. Going into college, I, knew right away I wanted to be a teacher, and have never really ever questioned my career choice.
Good morning. It's my great honor to recognize Mr. Abraham Galama as the John Adams Middle School Educational Service Professional of the Year. Mr. Galama is compassionate, kind, and caring, always meeting students where they are and helps them towards their learning goals. He can be seen each and every Friday rocking his coffee house t-shirt, making sure that students are compassionate in greeting their customers, counts change, restock the shelves, and all around is a great asset to the school. So without further ado, I'm very pleased to recognize Mr. Galama as John Adams Middle School's Educational Service Professional of the Year. Thank you.
It's my honor to introduce Mrs. Kelly Farrell, Herbert Hoover Middle School's 2023-2024 Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Farrell is an experienced special education teacher who sets high standards for her students and who works tirelessly to ensure that each student meets those standards. Mrs. Farrell takes the time to understand each of her students, including who they are, how they learn, and those things that are unique to each child. A few things that make Mrs. Farrell unique are the way that she enthusiastically shares her love of her family, her work, and her Irish heritage. Each year, an entire month before St. Patrick's Day, Mrs. Farrell begins wearing outfits that are exclusively and uniquely green in color. In honor of her tribute to the Irish, I will end my recognition of her award with a limerick. Mrs. Farrell, at Hoover, takes the lead. In science, she plants knowledge as seed. Her experiments pop, excitement won't stop. Congratulations, Mrs. Farrell.
I'm very fortunate. I started teaching here at Herbert Hoover when I was 22, and I have been here now for half my life, and it's crazy to say that, but just the people that I work with and the kids that I work with and the connections and the relationships that you make it's just an indescribable thing, and it's why I come here every day and why I'm so lucky to be here.
It is my honor to present Ms. Jordan Smothers as Herbert Hoover Middle School's Educational Services Professional of the Year. For the past 3 years, Ms. Smothers has served as an exemplary counselor to our 8th grade class, but she goes beyond just being their counselor. She's been a mentor, a confidant, a cheerleader, and a coach to the nearly 350 students she oversees. Through her tireless efforts and genuine concern for their academic, social, and emotional growth, she has created a safe and nurturing environment where students feel valued, supported, and empowered to reach their full potential. Ms. Smothers is a true champion for our students, a pillar of strength in our school community, and a shining example of the difference that one individual can make in the lives of others. Thank you, Ms. Smothers, for all that you do for our students, their families, and our staff. We appreciate you. Congratulations.
It brings me immense joy to celebrate Miss Cindy Asimio as our Educator of the Year at FDR. Miss Cindy, your unwavering commitment to creating a warm, safe, and welcoming environment is truly remarkable. You lead by example, tirelessly working to ensure that each student's needs are met, and you can cultivate strong relationships with both the children and their families, making sure that we have a cohesive team to support our kids. Your dedication has made a profound difference in countless lives, and we are fortunate to have you at FDR and as part of our family. Congratulations, Miss Cindy, on this well-deserved recognition. Your passion for teaching and your enthusiasm inspires us all, and we are thankful that you are part of our school community.
When you have a child that starts school, there's no language, and then slowly they're starting to follow the routine of the day, and they start to use their words. I think those times, those memories are the best, and the parents are grateful because they had a child that might not have been speaking and now are saying a few words, and I think that's the best part of it all here, is watching the growth.
Today, I am thrilled to celebrate the incredible Ms. Carrie Aubrey, our Educational Services Professional of the Year at FDR. Ms. Carrie, you are an amazing paraprofessional. Your dedication and warmth have greeted our students for years, setting the stage for a nurturing learning environment. Your collaborative spirit ensured that every child's needs were fully understood and met, leaving a lasting impact on their growth. Ms. Carey, your presence enriched our school community beyond measure, and thank you for everything that you've done. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
Mrs. Nunez is the kind of teacher that amazes us with her passion and urgency to reach all of her students. She goes above and beyond to engage each and every student in order to ensure that they are all actively engaged in their own learning and assessment. She has a strong connection to her multi-language learners because, as she says, that was me. She works to ensure that all students gain empathy for people in life who have some difficulties and for animals around the world. And then she also works with the entire grade level to celebrate upbeat local traditions. Mrs. Nunez extends her support beyond her classroom, actively seeking resources and donations to establish hands-on STEM clubs for students of all ages at Woodbrook. In addition, she dedicates time to tutoring students before school hours. Behind the scenes, Mrs. Nunez orchestrates school-wide STEM activities for Halloween and for the holiday, enhancing the educational experience for the entire school community. Mrs. Nunez maintains an open-door policy for visitors and student teachers and has mentored successful new teachers as well. She's a true asset to Woodbrook, to the district, and to each and every student who's been fortunate enough to have her as their teacher. Thank you, Mrs. Nunez, for exemplifying Woodbrook's Teacher of the Year. Congratulations.
One of my favorite memories, actually, just this past week that passed, one of my students came up to me and said, you know, Mrs. Nunez, I'm going to be a teacher one day. And I said, really? That's amazing. And she said, I'm going to teach here at Woodbrook, and I'm going to be your assistant. And I said, really? I would love that. And I said to her, we'll teach side by side. So she really touched my heart when she said that to me.
Congratulations to Mr. Adenofe on being selected as Woodbrook's Educational Support Professional of the Year. Your dedication to our students is truly inspiring. Your meticulous nature shines through in the impeccable organization of our library, which fosters an environment where learning can happen. Beyond that, your readiness to assist both staff and students makes you an invaluable asset to the Woodbrook community. Thank you, Mr. Adenofe, for your outstanding contributions to Woodbrook.
Washington School is fortunate to name Ms. Jennifer Pavlichko as our Teacher of the Year. A fine product of the Edison school system herself, not a day goes by you won't find Mrs. Pavlichko laughing with students and colleagues. We sometimes joke that she should take her comedy show on the road. She is enthusiastic, creative, and truly engages students in hands-on learning. What other teacher would have a pumpkin rotting in a Tupperware container in the back of her room so that students could see how new seedlings are developed? Keep an eye out for Washington School's pumpkin patch coming this fall. Mrs. Pavlichko knows her students well and advocates for what they need to be successful. But what is most special about Mrs. Pavlichko is her passion to help others while expecting nothing in return. She is always one of the first to ask how she can help families in our community. She supports our families in navigating their child's education, not only in English, but by using her Spanish skills too. Delivering food to houses and pantries, donating goods, and offering to help out any way possible are just some of the ways Mrs. Pavlichko is selfless to others. She is one of our teacher liaisons to the parent-teacher organization. From brainstorming for fundraising ideas to the execution of events, she's our go-to. Thank you, Mrs. Pavlichko, for being a leader both inside and outside of your classroom. We are very grateful to have you at Washington School.
Seeing children when they have that light bulb idea that comes to their mind and they really grasp onto something and understand something. Right now in third grade, we're working on multiplication, and it's like such a wonderful thing when they start to have those aha moments.
Mrs. Janaki Sorella is our 2024 Educational Service Professional of the Year at Washington Elementary School. She began in the district in 2016 as a substitute, joined the FDR staff as a paraprofessional in 2020, and came to Washington School in 2021. Mrs. Sorella shows compassion for her students and respect for all. She is an inspiration to all and a valued member of our school community. Thank you, Mrs. Sorella.
We adore Ms. Jennifer Altman, our Teacher of the Year at James Monroe. A proud product of the Edison Township School District, Ms. Altman devoted 25 years of exemplary service. One of Ms. Altman's strengths lies in her ability to connect with her students. She takes the time to truly know each child. This dedication extends beyond the classroom as she stays in contact with her students, demonstrating a genuine interest in their overall well-being. Ms. Altman has been at the forefront of educational innovation, piloting new programs, implementing standards-based report cards, and dedicating her summers to Literacy Academy. And her active involvement in school events exemplifies her commitment to fostering a sense of community and school spirit. In addition to her role as a teacher, Ms. Altman serves as a mentor to new educators, generously sharing her wealth of experience and best practices. Her warmth and infectious smile brightens her first grade classroom, and we are grateful for the positive impact she's had on the James Monroe community.
When I was little, my parents bought me this full-size chalkboard for my playroom, and I had everything. I had the chalk, the white chalk, the yellow chalk, the erasers, the chalk holders, and I would go to school and then come home and do exactly what I did at school in my playroom with my class. So I'm not quite sure. It's just always something I was going to be, was a teacher, and I love it. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else.
It is an honor to congratulate Mrs. Soames as the ESP of the Year for our James Monroe community. She is a huge asset to our school building. Not only is she an amazing library aide who manages and organizes the library every day, but she also brings in monthly themes. She conducts read-alouds for our students in her daily library classes. She's even brought in stuffed animals to act as reading buddies for all of our students when they participate. She's added a puzzle table to our library, all to make the experience of reading magical and enchanting. In addition to her regular duties as our library aide, she also hosts our annual science fair this year with over 70 participants. We are honored to present this award to Mrs. Soames. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Ms. Popper Senos, principal of Martin Luther King Elementary. It's my honor to celebrate MLK's Teacher of the Year, Ms. Cervelli. Ms. Cervelli is a true champion of education whose impact extends beyond the walls of her classroom. Ms. Cervelli is not just an educator. She's a mentor, counselor, cheerleader, and confidant. Ms. Cervelli sees the potential in each and every child and works tirelessly to help them realize it. She creates a safe and nurturing environment where curiosity is encouraged, mistakes are celebrated as opportunities for growth, and kindness reigns supreme. Thank you, Ms. Cervelli, for your unwavering dedication, your boundless passion, and your profound commitment to shaping the future. You are an inspiration for us all.
So my favorite memory, among many, is that my first year when I started teaching, I was walking down the hallway to my first classroom. I was nervous and I heard somebody yell, "Michelle Dean?" And I turned around and it was my first kindergarten teacher, and she was now my colleague. And so I got to work with her, and that was just such a wonderful memory.
I am proud to introduce Valerie Yanuzzi, our reading specialist and educational support professional of the year. Mrs. Yanuzzi displays immense dedication and passion for fostering literacy and learning at MLK. From serving on our INRS committee as a case manager and valuable resource, furthering her education to better understand the needs of our learners, to founding our school's first reading committee, her tireless efforts have not only enriched the minds of our students, but also inspired colleagues and parents alike. Congratulations, Mrs. Yanuzzi. We truly appreciate your commitment to nurturing a love for reading among our students.
This year at Menlo Park School, we have an extremely noteworthy person for our Teacher of the Year. It is none other than our music teacher, Diane Ruiz. She is absolutely phenomenal. She's always doing creative lessons. She's our safety patrol advisor. She heads up our chorus. She attends every music concert and works with her other colleagues in the music department. I can't say enough good things about her. She's also involved in the Edison community as she is a chorus director at one of our nearby churches. So we wish her all the best. She's incredibly deserving. She's been part of the Menlo Park School community for 41 years, and every year she's being creative and innovative and such an integral part of our school. So congratulations, Mrs. Diane Ruiz.
My favorite one that I have to say, I have a child that is what's called a selective mute and does not participate verbally in the class, but wrote me a song and chose to record it at home and then shared the recording with me. And I was over the moon. I just couldn't believe that. I've inspired that kid to want to actually write something and then share it with me.
Miss Anthony embodies the unwavering dedication and tireless commitment as her role as a paraprofessional. Her boundless energy and passion infuse every aspect of her work, from supporting students' academic journeys to fostering a nurturing environment within our school community. With her compassionate spirit and unparalleled expertise, Miss Anthony goes above and beyond to ensure every student feels valued and empowered. Her steadfast presence and invaluable contributions serve as a beacon of inspiration, shaping the future of all of our students. Today, we celebrate Miss Anthony as Menlo Park's Educational Support Professional of the Year.
Lindenau School is proud to present Christina Gernovich as the 23-24 Governor's Educator of the Year. Ms. Gernovich has served as a first grade teacher, interventionist, and kindergarten teacher throughout her 18-year career. Regardless of the role, she has earned the respect of students, families, and colleagues for her dedication to student growth and development. Mrs. Gernovich's students describe her as fun, smart, silly, pretty, and most importantly, caring. Entering into her classroom, you will find students engaged in their daily lessons, collaborating with one another, and growing their social and academic skills in a variety of ways. It is amazing to witness the transformation of a kindergarten student from September all the way through their moving up ceremony in June as they prepare for grade 1. Aside from being a great teacher, Mrs. Gernovich is a supportive colleague and champion of Lindenau School. She serves on a variety of committees, sharing her perspective and ideas to improve the school climate and culture. For all of these reasons and so many more, we are happy to congratulate Christina Gernovich for being selected as the 23-24 Governor Educator of the Year for Lindenau School. Congratulations, Christina.
A student that I had 2 years in a row. I taught her in kindergarten and then looped with her into first grade, and just seeing her blossom into the individual she became socially, academically in those 2 years was, a tremendous amount of growth. And it's nice that she still comes back to visit till this day as she's in middle school and remembers being in my class as much as I remember teaching her.
I am so excited to share that Michelle Karvaski is our Educational Support Professional of the Year. Michelle goes above and beyond every single day for the students of Lindenau. From serving on our PBSIS committee to staying late when our buses aren't here, Michelle really does make Lindenau a great place to grow. Michelle, you put the excellent in ESP. We are so proud to have you as our Educational Support Professional of the Year.
Mrs. Knapp is an extraordinary teacher and even better person. She teaches self-contained LED class here at Lincoln Elementary School. Her love and passion for education can be felt as soon as you walk into her classroom. She has dedicated her career to working with children of all cultures and disabilities. She loves every student and makes sure they feel loved throughout the school day. She has every student engaged in lessons based on their readiness level. She has at times 7 different lessons going on. It's truly incredible to see. She currently is the chairperson of our Special Education Committee, the advisor to Unified Sports Club. Mrs. Knapp is a role model to all teachers and continues to welcome teachers into her classroom to model effective teaching and behavioral strategies that can be used in any classroom setting. She is the proud mom of 2 boys that she absolutely adores and smiles from ear to ear every time she talks about them. In her spare time, she also volunteers at a dog rescue center. We are so proud of you, Mrs. Knapp. Congratulations, Mrs. Knapp, on being Lincoln Elementary School's Teacher of the Year.
When I was in high school, I worked with the adaptive phys ed teacher with the students with disabilities, and I absolutely loved it. So when I went to college and I decided I wanted to be a teacher, I'm like, I have to be a special education teacher. It really inspired me.
Shani Sasso is our Educational Service Professional of the Year, and we are so proud of her. Mrs. Sasso goes above and beyond for all our students at Lincoln Elementary School. She takes students for individual and group sessions, observes students in different settings, helps create behavior plans, and constantly advocates for students. She also takes initiative to help homeless students and their families. For example, she raised over $700 for a family in need. Ms. Sasso's door is always open to students and staff. So much so, I'm not sure how she gets anything done. Thank you for being such a resource for us all. We appreciate you so much, Mrs. Sasso. Congrats to you on this award.
I am honored to be speaking about Wendy Heck, John Marshall's Teacher of the Year. She has helped our learners become innovators, dreamers, and artists for the past 27 years. Ms. Heck has beautified John Marshall's hallways with bright and colorful hand-painted murals. If you are ever looking for Ms. Heck, you will find her in the hallway hanging up students' work. Ms. Heck also participates in school spirit and wears unique earrings that all of our learners love. She is also the safety patrol advisor and always meets with her safety patrols to promote a positive school learning community. These are just some of the reasons why Ms. Heck is so deserving of John Marshall's Teacher of the Year.
Honestly, my favorite memories are the ones that kind of occur now when that little magic happens and the first grader discovers you can take a leaf under a paper and make a rubbing and it magically appears on the paper, or that crayon and water don't mix scientifically and now the crayon looks like it glows off the paper and their faces light up. And so those would be probably my favorite memories that continuously happen.
Our school nurse, Brianna Di Carvalho, is a beacon of care and compassion. She's a superhero in scrubs. Brianna has a heart full of empathy and hands very skilled in healing. She is insightful and kind, and she connects school and home with her exceptional communication skills that are timely and effective. She also shares her generous smiles, and that helps everyone. Our school nurse is top-notch, unparalleled, and second to none. We love you, Mrs. DiCarvalho.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce you to Ms. Taylor Tassinati, JMP's Teacher of the Year. Since day one, Mrs. Tassinati has exhibited all of the major attributes that you want in a teacher. She demonstrates genuine care for each student, addressing their individual needs and tirelessly working to ensure they reach their full potential. Whenever presented with a new challenge, Mrs. Tassinati accepts it eagerly and without hesitation. Outside of the classroom, she has served as a club advisor for various new clubs, including our Student Sunshine Committee, where students created positive messages, cards, and artwork to support not only JMP community, but the Edison community as a whole. Furthermore, Mrs. Tassinati's impact extends beyond our JMP students to numerous kids eager to delve into the world of dance. Sharing her passion and expertise directly after school through her dance classes, she truly is a teacher from morning till night. In fact, it is challenging to find a moment when she's not teaching, which underscores her undeniable worthiness of this recognition. JMP is honored to have her as a cherished member of our family. Congratulations, Mrs. Tassinati, on becoming JMP's Teacher of the Year.
One thing that sticks out in my mind is when my class did a board game day. They earned a full class reward, and I said, all right, let's bring in board games and just play for a whole afternoon. And they went above and beyond. We had like 30 plus games, and I was literally like juggling, playing multiple games with them, and they were just laughing and smiling all day, and I'll never forget that day.
I am so honored to introduce our incredible Educational Service Professional of the Year, Nurse Suarez. She is an integral part of not only JMP, but also the Edison community. She goes above and beyond for JMP students, staff, each and every day. She helps heal more than cuts and scrapes. She also helps heal hearts. Congratulations, Ms. Suarez.
Mr. Morales is a positive force in our school. Over his time at JMI, he has fostered a love of physical education in his students in a variety of different settings, showing his ability to adapt to an ever-changing environment. Whether teaching in the multipurpose room, classrooms, outside, or in the hallways, Mr. Morales figures out a way to get students to be physical and challenge themselves. Mr. Morales is the epitome of a lifelong learner, and he always finds ways to improve his craft and his goal of engaging all his students. Whether starting his class with his famous dad jokes or learning how to communicate with nonverbal students, Mr. Morales strives to make a personal connection with all his students. His passion for fostering healthy lifestyle extends beyond the walls of our classroom, with him getting students involved in our cricket club, basketball club, and our Project Unify. As our Project Unify ambassador, Mr. Morales is constantly finding ways to bring out the best in our students and make our JMI community more inclusive and caring. Thank you, Mr. Morales, for your leadership, dedication, commitment, your never-ending supply of not too terrible dad jokes, and for caring about our students as if they are your own. Congratulations, Mr. Morales, on being named JMI's 2024 Teacher of the Year.
When I was done playing baseball at the age of 18 for like recreation, he said, what are you going to do now? And I said, I have no idea. And he said, you're going to come coach for me. I was like, oh, I am? He goes, yeah, I think you'd make a great coach. I've seen you, with kids and everything. You're great with kids, so you're going to come coach with me. And just being his assistant coach and watching how he dealt with the kids, it inspired me to want to, do the same thing. So I took up teaching.
I would like to congratulate Miss Laura Storer as the Educational Support Professional of the Year for James Madison Intermediate School. Ms. Storer is instrumental in the inclusion of our self-contained and special education population into the general school community. Ms. Storer works hand in hand with the self-contained teachers and the general education teachers in making sure that all students receive the expressive and receptive language skills necessary to be successful. And that's why I would like to express a special thank you to Ms. Storer for all that you do here at JMI. Congratulations again, Ms. Dorr, as the Educational Support Professional of the Year.
It is my pleasure to introduce you to Ben Franklin's Teacher of the Year, Ms. Sophie Sharakara. Sophie serves as one of our self-contained teachers here on the Ben campus, and I can't even begin to commend her for her high levels of energy, commitment, and dedication to serving our children. She is highly collaborative, exceptionally empathetic, super compassionate, and just an overall exceptional human being. I am so proud of you, Sophie. Congratulations.
It's not the big things, it's like the tiny things. So for them to just say something or make a sound independently or go on their own and transition into another classroom by themselves and not feel so scared, and make them feel like it's home in my classroom and this whole school community feel like home for them. I think that's the greatest memory.
It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Ben Franklin's Educational Support Professional of the Year, to someone who has been most deserving of this award for some time, Ms. Jessica Flores. Ms. Flores is Ben's guidance counselor and is a true figurehead here on our campus. Jessica is highly compassionate, super energetic, and comes to work each and every day with the mindset of making the lives better for our students, while simultaneously making herself available to all of our staff members for whatever the need may be. She's credited with many initiatives, including our PBSIS program. I'm super proud of you as well, Jessica. I hope you're proud of yourself. Continue to let your lightning shine.
I am thrilled to announce that Ms. Laura French is the Educator of the Year at EELC. Ms. Laura, you are a magician in the classroom, turning learning into pure fun. Your dedication to our students is unparalleled, and you make a relationship with each child, ensuring their success. But what really sets you apart is the magic that you bring, the way you light up a room and make learning an adventure. Your rapport with students is incredible, creating a positive and happy environment where every child thrives. You truly love each child, meeting them at their need. We are so lucky to have you at the EELC. Congratulations, Ms. Laura French, on this well-deserved recognition, and may the force be with you as you continue to spread your magic in the classroom.
I do. There's so many memories, but one year, several years ago, I had end of the year graduation and preschool program, and there was a student that was usually in a wheelchair, and he had learned to walk with a walker, and he was able to walk in the procession, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house. And that same program, we also had a mom that had returned from deployment, and we were able to capture a video of her seeing her child for the first time, and it was just a great memory that I think I'll always remember.
It is my distinct honor to recognize Mr. Bill Donner as our Educational Services Professional of the Year at EELC. Mr. Bill, you are an amazing child study team case manager who ensures that every child's needs are met and tailored. Collaborating seamlessly with our teaching staff, you guide each student towards success. Your genuine care shines through as you give those high fives to every child as they enter school every day. Mr. Bill, you are an incredible asset to EELC. We are fortunate to have you, and this recognition is truly a mark of everything that you do for kids.